So ahead of this next game against the Montreal Canadiens and Montreal, we are dealing with another injury. We lost Gabriel Bourque to an unplayable injury, an injured elbow. And I don't know if there's a full extent, but that's the modified stats attributes to Gabriel Bourque. He'll be coming back 2 days after Craig Smith will come back. He's been missing a few weeks due to a sprained ankle. And you can see the modifiers on Craig Smith as well. It's still an unplayable injury. So hopefully we'll get Craig Smith coming back. It is November the 19th, 2012, as we're about to embark on another road swing. Well, not really a road swing. We're going to play a game on the road. Then we're going to come home. And then we're going to play another game on the road, come home and home with Winnipeg. And then a short homestand again. So that's just what's coming up in the near future for us, as well as the lines and what's been altered because of the two injuries we're now facing. Philip Forsberg slides in on the third line right wing in place of the injured Gabriel Bourque. Morrison is playing second line minutes as well. That is due to the absence of Craig Smith. So Craig Smith will go back second line right wing when he's back and healthy. There are a few alterations as well that does affect the power play, as Butler's been playing the point on the second power play unit in absence of Craig Smith. Let's play. Do we play? I'm going to play Mason. I'm going to give Mason a game here. Or do we play Rene and then? Let's see. We could do Rene, Mason in Winnipeg, and then play Rene. Or we could play Rene again here, then give him some time off before Edmonton. Or we could play Mason somewhere in here. We'll figure it out. I think what we're actually going to do is go Rene, Mason. That's what we're going to do. Let's do that. So we're going to continue with Pekka Rene in the net. Back on the road in Montreal, Quebec, to play the Canadiens. Who else but the Montreal Canadiens? It feels like we barely got any time at home, and then we turn around, we play another road game. Then we're going to head right back to Nashville after this one to play a game before we swing back north to Canada to play the Winnipeg Jets in a home with them. But that's all future games as far as we're concerned. We got to be focused on the here and the now. And the Montreal Canadiens, who are running Carey Price in the net. So I contemplated putting Mason in the net for this game, decided against it. We're just going to run Rene into the ground this season. I've decided to just put Rene in the net as much as possible. Now, we're a little bit screwed if Rene does get injured. That's something I haven't thought about until this exact moment. Oh, what a poke check by Carey Price. I thought we might have a nice early goal to get us started. Please pick up, Plekanec. This is an interesting shift. Not a good start. Not a good start in the D zone. There was a broken stick, but I think it belonged to a Canadiens player. Oh, wait, let's change that. There we go. Got those changes done. The second line is now out. Oh, Rene, hold on to that. That was bad. This is a bad start. And we're coming off a game in which we were purely dominating the St. Louis Blues in their building. Can we just get the puck out, please? I mean, I'm trying to do everything to not get harassed in the defensive zone by the Canadiens. Spaling down low, trying to feed it to Legmon, but the net has come off in Carey Price's crease. Just want to win a faceoff and get it in. That would be nice. We don't win the faceoff, so no possession for the Predators. Try and keep everything contained to the outside. There we go, Blum. Just get it out of the way so we can at least attempt the breakout. That's fine by me to get it over the blue line. Try and defend. Oh, Rene. Okay. Yeah, at this point it feels... Oh, what the heck? At this point it just feels like survival in the defensive zone. Please pick that up. Hornquist was once injured. Yeah, we are missing another forward. That's another storyline for this team. Shea Weber, who eventually would go... Oh, no. Oh boy, another injury. Blum has been forced to skate off toward the bench with an apparent arm injury, or he was holding his arm anyway. So that's not good. We don't need too many injuries on this team. We need to stay away from the injury bug. Oh, Morrison almost had his first goal. That would have been a neat way to get it done. Weber's little flip dump toward the corner was deflected away by Brandon Prust. Anybody remember Prust? That's a long time ago that he was in the league. Pass to the back door for Legwan doesn't connect. Well, it did connect, but it didn't go in the net. And it didn't, at least it didn't connect in that way. So we may have already a shortened bench on the defensive side of things as far as the defense is concerned, because we might be trailing Jonathan Blum. Gill back in. Good shot thrown low to the net. This is a pretty good little game going right now. We got a decent amount of competition between the two teams. Are they evenly matched? We'll find out through the course of this one. Ooh, that's bad to just deflect that off of Philip Forsberg, who of course is in the lineup because of an injury to Gabriel Bork. That was an easy stick lift for Moen. Made that way too easy for him. And Galchenyuk getting help from his defenseman to just flip it in. And the forwards for the Canadians look to chase it down. They have briefly chased it down before Shea Weber put a licking on Galchenyuk. I'm not sure who wears number 11 here in Montreal. Subban still with the Canadians. Before Subban, of course, this big trade between Montreal and Nashville where Shea Weber and PK Subban traded places. That trade happened in 2016, I want to say. God, that trade happened a long time ago. And I remember exactly where I was when it went down. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're not very good at defending off the rush right now, are we? Butler has got to go contain that point man. There you go. Good pressure on Diaz. But it will be taken away to the red line and behind. Flipped in by Diaz. I'm going to go opposite side to try and find the breakout on the boards. Clune up to Gostad. The grind line with Butler. Just chip away. Chip and grind away. Clune to the outside. Away from the defensive pressure. Weber will have a blast toward Clune. The seated Carey Price still makes a save and keeps the puck out. I think wish we could turn around and go face the puck and follow the puck down. Flipped back in again by the Canadians. But they are really aggressive getting after it. If they have some good puck retrieval, we could get into trouble. That's what we're talking about. Good deflection from the Canadians, but an even better save by Pecorine. Just need to start getting something toward Carey Price. He makes an easy glove save off Mike Fisher. So we've returned back to the second line. And David Legwan. Gill will just let one go again right into the glove of Carey Price. So if we win this time, I do want to chip it away and grind it to the corner. I want to try and start outworking the Canadians D down low. That's a good play. Spaling, turn around and shoot it, but he was all over the place trying to get Spaling to face forward and get the puck on his forehand so I could get a better shot away. It never happened. Rene cradle it, and he does. Gill, you got to turn around and get that puck right back up the ice. Do we dump this? Oh. That was the most awkward dumping in the history of the NHL. That is so strange. I don't even know how you properly prepare for that. Yes, let's flip it back at our defenseman. He was not expecting that. Not expecting the puck to come to him like that. Yossi, with a delayed penalty against the Canadians, we're going to go right on the power play. What is the charge? The charge is interference to PK Subban. PK Subban, man, what are you doing on that play? That's interference. He's not even really touching him. I'm actually going to defend the Canadians' defenseman on that because I didn't see a whole lot there. Not enough to justify a penalty, but should I complain? We're going to put the fifth best power play in the NHL on the ice. We know all about what we did to St. Louis in the last game. I think Shea Weber had 2 goals, but did he have 2 power play goals? We had a couple of power play goals in that game. I think we had 3. We were really solid on the power play in the last game, and we're going to try to continue. How do we mess that pass up? How do you just... Why are we struggling to get set up? I've just noticed as well that this is Blum on the ice. Blum is still in the game. Wilson He can shoot one through the traffic, over the net, airmailed over the head of Carey Price. And we got retrieval again. Hold on to this puck. Back to Weber. Weber down low. Wilson. Back to Weber. Weber fans on it. Bit of a tough pass for him. Probably should have been a little bit patient. More patient with that. And we just give it an easy giveaway to Max Pacioretty, who's going to kill a lot more time than I would have preferred. We're just killing our own power play off with this. That's a good look for Hornquist. Can we keep it in? Not quite. And that's it. That's going to be it for the power play. It's done and over. Leg one, a attempt to move to the inside. And Markov's clear ensures that the Canadians will successfully kill the penalty off. Not a whole lot of drama on that for Montreal. We should have made that harder on them than we did. Down low. No one's going to go fish after it. Wilson and Kostitsyn should exchange places on that. And just a nice light wrister through traffic. No need to crank it all the way on net. Sometimes as a defenseman, the easy play is just to throw a wrister through. And even these days in the modern NHL, you see a lot of defensemen take snapshots from outside, which is an interesting one, but it's just kind of the new style. You see a lot of guys like Cale Makar playing the defensive position like that. Really great skater on the blue line is Cale Makar. He's phenomenal at it. And we're running out of time. We're running out of period here to get something done. The Canadians are obviously going to want to try to find a way to get through on the scoreboard before the horn can sound, but we're not going to let that as it was pinned in the corner. Wish we could have done something with that power play a little bit more than we did do, but at least we didn't get scored on. It's a pretty weak, low-effort game so far, really from both teams, at least offensively speaking. Both teams have been pretty content to just keep dumping the puck in. We will start by, of course, dumping the puck in. We just got to get after it. It's got to be a good game of retrieval for our team. Morrison trying to spin away. Up to Blum, who hammers a one-timer. But Carey Price has got a great glove, so this is going to be a tough goalie to score on. We thought Halak was tough to score on, or, well, not, sorry, Halak. We didn't have a difficult time scoring on Halak. It's Nabokov I'm getting confused with. Nabokov against the Islanders, he was tough to score on. You thought he was tough? That's well offside by a country mile. But if you thought Nabokov was difficult, this is Carey Price. This is a different level of goaltending. It's going to be really tough for our offense to score a ton on this guy. We're not putting up 8 on the Canadians and Carey Price. I can almost assure you, yeah, I don't know if that went off the defenseman or what that was. That was a tough goal for Rene. Alex Galchenyuk gets his 6th, and it's just kind of floated toward the net. Did it deflect? Hard to tell. I think it just hit the pad. I think that went clean in. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It certainly hit the inside of the pad and bounced 5-hole on Rene. You're going to need a little bit better goaltending than that if you do want to win this game. You can't afford to let in softies like that, especially if we can't get the offense going in this one. I think we shouldn't get shut out in this game. We know we've got the kind of talent offensively that we shouldn't get shut out, but you never know. I didn't think we would get shut out by the Islanders and Nabokov, so that's a dangerous hit. I'm going to be honest, that's also a dangerous hit, but the refs are just content to let that go. So give me the defenseman, and I can try and defend this rush. Morrison right back up. If it could pay off. Oh my God, that is exactly what I'm talking about. The Spider-Man goalies are back. Carey Price with the save of the game, a lunging stop. As he attacked the puck, he attacked the shot. The play was available to the back door. And that's what I'm a little bit afraid of, is that we're going to run into goalkeeping like that. And that's a rim around, but no one's there. You're trying to move the puck away from the net. That's all that play was about. You're just trying to move it away from the net. Just trying to give yourself a chance to get the puck out. Now someone's got a dart. I'm going to throw this low. And Carey Price may have made a save. You'd wish you had Carey Price in the Nashville net right now. Also, this is Carey Price, like, right in his prime, in his best era of goaltending. He was amazing around this time in his career. It was really fun to watch. I miss watching Carey Price just as a hockey fan. And, of course, as a person that loves to watch goalies and as a goalie fan. And as a beer league goalie myself, I love Carey Price. I just love watching him. He's one of those guys that you would love. If there's one player in this league that I would have liked to have seen win a Stanley Cup. Carey Price is definitely one of them. Him and Henrik Lundqvist, two of the most deserving goalkeepers to ever win a Stanley Cup, and they never did it. Both have gone to the final, but both of them lost in the final. Now, I'd have Haluschuk all the way over there. This is Klein, a defenseman. So might as well send it in. Let your forwards do that. Go pound town. Good shot, but by the ear of Carey Price. You're not scoring on that glove hand side. I just don't think it's happening tonight. We've had a couple of good one-time looks. We've had some really great backdoor feeds. And Price has been able to answer the bell on each one of them. Blum and Weber trying to figure it out. Who's going to take that shot? Bombs away from Klein, or from Blum. I know it's Blum, and I said Klein anyway. We've got to stop shooting glove hand side, but everything's contained to the point right now. That's the biggest problem, is everything is contained to the point. Morrison with a good look over the blocker, but even the blocker side for Carey Price is working right now. Klein's going to jump in. Now it is Klein, and that I know the risk of that pinch, but I was willing to take the risk of jumping in aggressive with Klein on the pinch. And we are now back, and Klein can go smackdown on the Canadiens forwards. That's a bad turnover. Klein, you're not getting paid to turn the puck over like that. That's not what I pay you for. Even though I guess I am the GM. I'm the GM, the coach, and I control the players all in one season. Skated way too far with Mike Fisher over to that side. Give me a defenseman. God, the player switching. It's way better in this game, player switching, than it is in the current game, in the modern game, but sometimes it really is awkward and annoying. That's a penalty. That's a slash. So we're going to go right back to the power play. Are any alterations needed? So I'm tempted to give the overload a look, because normally the umbrella and the one-timers from outside work, but this is Carey Price that we're shooting on. So let's try something a little bit different. We're going to try an overload, see how we play with overload as the power play strategy of choice. We let the Canadiens clear it immediately off the face-off. Now, the biggest problem that we have is getting set up after we make the entry. We seem to have... Excuse me, I just burped a lot. But we seem to struggle with getting actually properly set up once we get in the zone. Down low. Legwand, see the rollout play? That was almost it. That was really creative. I'm going to give ourselves that. That was a creative play. Now we're going to try it on the other side. Blum. Back down low. You guys have got to cycle and get open. We're going to go to the other side of the net now. Kostitsyn finding Legwand. No one's doing what they're supposed to do in terms of movement. Why would we self-pass? Gosh, dang it. Yeah, that was frustrating. You can tell I'm trying to do too much with that. I'm trying to just get the puck moving, get the defenseman moving, and it isn't working out. Legwand, just take it with speed. Back to Weber. Off a leg. Oh, yeah. That was really bad. That was even worse than the first power play effort, I thought, in many ways. It's just frustrating when we don't settle it down on the power play. And some guys changing. That made that awkward. I was expecting to have a forward coming with Hornqvist on that play, and the guy changed. Got to flip this in. Just make sure it gets in deep. Hornqvist against Diaz. Hornqvist wins that battle. Oh, Wilson. Oh, the butt of Caberlet. What was that? That was not the intended play with that. That was an awkward play. Spaling off of another skate. Klein will deliver one wide of the net. Gotta keep the pressure on. This was pretty good. This has been a pretty good shift. We gotta keep the pressure on here. And that's it. The Canadiens are gonna get right back out through center ice. Galchenyuk is gonna get up and get right back to that puck. Of course he is. And he orchestrates from behind the net. One-timer, glove save by Rene. We can take a face-off. We can reset. Grind line is out there again, centered by Paul Gostad. Bartley is trying to block it. And fed ahead for the outreached Paul Gostad. Surprising little chip-in play on Carey Price. He was ready for it, as he always will be. Clune has no one to go to. There are just no options here. And there still are no options. Bartley will make a dumb and dangerous pinch. And because we pinched, we've allowed Montreal to get out. You see how much space they have to get out? They have the numbers going back the other way, but we have blocked the shot. Good play. Chuck, if you skate this, you could have a 2-on-1. Forsberg delivers it right to the glove of Price yet again. Got to stop shooting glove side on Price. It's not going in. The puck is not going in. Open yourself up, Spaling. You got to get moving back closer to the actual puck carrier there on that play. You're not making yourself available by skating away from the play. Oh my God. Sometimes the playmaking and the skating in this can be really infuriating. Go, drive the net. By the time he did, it was too late. Shot. Rebound. It's going to take a rebound. We need second chance opportunities at this point in the game. If we're going to get one on Carey Price, it's got to be a second chance opportunity. That came after the horn. We're now trailing 1-0 in this game by 1 goal. Oh boy, what is it going to take? What's it going to take? I think it's going to take multiple chance opportunities. We need a second and third chance opportunity if we want to score on Price. We need to get after rebounds. And I think we need to continue to stick with the game that we've been playing, that cycle style of game. I've tried to cycle it on the power play. I'm trying to do it as well at 5-on-5. And I think it's just going to take us cycling the puck a little bit. We're going to have to get moving, get the D moving, so we can open up Carey Price. Give ourselves a better opportunity to score than just shooting the puck from outside, because we've been shooting the puck a lot from outside. There was a chance on the stick of, is this Morrison? Yes, Morrison has it. He's already had a few good looks. He will have another one. Penalty coming up to Montreal, so we've started the period off well, drawing another interference penalty. So I'm going back to Umbrella. I didn't have any problems with overload, but we just didn't do anything with it. We didn't even get any shots away on that overload chance, did we? I can't remember. We tried to cycle it too much, so I'm going back to just a simple Umbrella setup. Now let's get pucks to the net where we can. Oh, give them the puck. Let's just take a shot here. Step in and take a shot. They're going to block it. We'll go to a 5-on-3. Now the Umbrella, okay. Now the Umbrella makes perfect sense. Please, I think Montreal may possibly have just let us right back in the game by giving us this two-man advantage. We haven't had many two-man advantages this season, but this is going to be a long one. I could have just passed the puck immediately and given ourselves as much of a 5-on-3 advantage as we could take. Hornquist, it's a 5-on-3. Make contact with the puck, you goofball. No, don't kneel before the puck. Kept in. Weber off the glove of Price. This is the best pressure that we have had all game long, and we should, because it is a power play. It's a 5-on-3. Weber over. Back door. Why would you pass it off of the pad of Price? Obviously, I'm stressing out over this power play. This is a chance for the ages for the power play. Oh, come on. It's bouncing around everywhere. Back to Spaling. Back to Weber. In the feet of Eller. No. Oh, get out of here with this freaking garbage. Come on. Big rush play here. Pull up and set it up. It's a 5-on-3. Set it up. Set it up. Set it up. Set it up. Oh, off the pad. Doesn't matter what we do. Yes! Shea Weber. It's about time. It's about time. My heart is kind of racing for that power play. But Shea Weber comes through by power blasting it past Carey Price on the power play. God, it took long enough to finally do that. There was a broken stick and everything in the crease. You see the late reaction of Carey Price. It was Spaling's stick that's broken. With all that pressure, inevitably, we needed to score on that. We have done it. Now, this part of the power play may not score, as it's just 10 seconds. But hey, have another go, Shea Weber. Blum to Fisher. Oh, the glove is there again. And we did score that goal from from Shea Weber was over the stick side, so we are not scoring glove side on Carey Price. The puck is headed in the general trajectory of the glove hand of Carey Price. It's probably not going in the net. Self-pass. I love a little self-pass. And we're going to roll out away from the pressure on the half boards to Gill. Down low. Wilson flung it wide. I was trying to make a pass. He instead did a shot. Not like a shot as in a shot of alcohol, but he just did a shot. he did a shot. Oh, no one's covering that point. Oh, that's a break to not get scored on. Can you help the breakout, please? Forsberg has no friends. No one's getting available for that play up the wing. Halishuk moved to the inside. Fake windup. And the Canadians have taken it away. That was probably not the smartest of fake windups. If you're going to at least follow through on the windup once you get a chance to get a clear shot away. That's not enough muscle power from Klein. Gill. How did the puck not go in? The Canadians have not scored on that possession. The last couple of possessions, they've looked great. Legwand was there. If it gets through and connects to Legwand, he's probably got a goal. At least on that possession. Step up on that blue line. Maybe a little too aggressive there. We got burned. Ooh, wrap it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How is that going to end up going out of play? That was supposed to be an easy rim around the glass, and it ended up being skyrocketed out of play. Yeah, we didn't need to, we can't afford to do that. I'm going to go past the box. I don't know what kind of power play these guys have got because we haven't put Montreal in the power play yet. They got the third best one in the league. So I'm going to take this with some caution. Ooh. Oh, it was a bouncing puck. I'm going to try and protect the puck around, away from the forechecker. Yes. Have a shot, Paul Gostad. Nothing wrong with that. I don't have any problems with that play. Gallagher, you're about to get run into. Uh-oh. Why are we vacating the front of the net? Wide of the net this time. Fisher, you got a chance to get it right out clean. And we can think about a change. Oh, God, Carey Price. My God. That was aggressive. I'll tell you what, the goalies that like to play the puck in the game, they play the puck in the game. They don't hesitate to play the puck in this game. If it comes anywhere near, it reminds me of me in the Goalie Be a Pro series. Just kill some time here. Kill some time. Back in. Floater to Wilson. It was in the skates of both players. Fend off that rush. We're defending the power play rush really well. If we can just... Why would we hammer it that way? Wrong direction. Pull leg one a little higher in the zone. Let's cover the middle of the ice in case it pops out. Wilson, that will spring Legwand. Oh, there's a penalty behind the play. Legwand may not need it. He's been so clutch on breakaways this season. That was nice. All right, we're back to the power play, which hasn't looked bad as of late. The last one we had, I know it was a 5-on-3, but it's looked pretty good. The power plays actually looked pretty good in this game. So might not be the best decision from the Canadians to put us right back to the man advantage. Now we'll observe how this goes. I may go back to the overload, but let's just observe. How did we end up getting a shot away with Kostitsin there, and how did Price see it? So we already changed the defensive power play unit already, just after that one shift and that one face-off. Butler's on it. Yossi got plenty of space. And now he can circle back around in the zone. So, do we get moving here? Down low, there's the great support from Butler. No one's going to where they need to be to get open. Back to Yossi. Traffic coming through. That may have clapped the mask of Carey Price. Legwand throws it back toward the net. A lot of moving parts on this power play. That one also got blocked away. Kostitsin's in front. Fisher scores on the power play. And it got loose in the crease area, and Fisher just knocked it home. It was on the stick of Kostitsin for a brief moment. Like I said, a lot of good moving parts on that power play led to the end result, which was a goal. That's where it was loose, and then Fisher got it again. You see it right there. Kostitsin just couldn't bank it home, but Fisher does. And he points to absolutely no one. What did I say? I told you Montreal might want to look out for putting us on the power play late in the game. That has staked us to a 2-1 lead, but a game that is far from over. Montreal could easily get this game tied, and we could easily run into a Carey Price brick wall performance in this third period. What a move by Halicek. It didn't work, or didn't last for very long is what I meant to say. It did work initially, but it didn't have the end result that I intended. Great play by Shea Weber. A pure muscle power of Shea Weber. If that is ever out of the lineup this season, we're going to miss it dearly. He's also got a goal this season, or a goal in this game. He does have a goal this season. That's also true. Lots of crossing patterns on that offensive zone entry. At this point, we're not really necessarily looking to take a ton of chances. I'm going to be happy if there's insurance, if we can get it. But I'm not going to go crazy trying to get a goal, if that makes sense. We just got to play keep away. Try to play smart. Don't have any dumb turnovers or any defensive breakdowns. Kostitsyn was staring at a potential goal there. Back in for Spaling. He can quickly transition this. Whoa! That surprised Carey Price. Even when that came in, the glove is so good. Yeah, we've outshot them, but obviously the power play opportunities, we should be outshooting the Canadians. That's what I'm talking about. Those stupid, an unnecessary D-to-D pass there leads to a turnover. Canadians are trying to transition that turnover into offense. Good block by Gill. He took a delay of game penalty earlier in the game, and it did not backfire. Oops. I pushed up on the stick, and we fling it in, and that will be an icing. If we can just win it to the corner on the forehand. I went way too early with leg one. Oh. Golf it. I'd like to see a puck chop there. Oh. Save by Rene. It's kept out. Rene's going to have to be an absolute warrior for us this season because he's going to get a lot of games. He's going to wear down pretty quickly. We're planning on using Mason in one of those back-to-back games against Winnipeg. So if Rene can just make it until then without wearing down, having an injury, or getting fatigued, I would very much appreciate it because I don't want to put Mason in until that Winnipeg game. Fisher, you got to skate into that puck. If he did, he would have been even further gone. Close that gap. Close these gaps. Oh, Pacioretty's injured. Oh, man. Made of glass. Oh, poor Max Pacioretty. He got dumped by Blum. Oh, man, it's bad. It is bad. He's gonna go down the tunnel. And the Canadians will be looking at a Max Pacioretty replacement in terms of the free agency market or something. Calling someone up from the American Hockey League. They'll have to make a replacement call for Max Pacioretty. Great pass up to Spaling. Can't look off David Legwand. Oh, Shea Weber, you better get back on D with that. We're going to try to advance the puck. No. Galchenyuk's forecheck says no. Blum had it. Spaling. What a move to get around that guy coming in off the bench. Hammered home for Spaling. How many does he have this season? I don't know the goal total for number 13. This is... well, if we'll ever find out, it's number 2. That's just his second of the season. That kind of doesn't feel right, but if you're in a little bit of a small slump, you'll take an empty net goal. It can help you break out. Just getting a goal, I don't care if there's a goalie in there or not. And we should be taking victory up here in Montreal. And they're pulling the goaltender again, so just an opportunity for some guys to get some numbers. I want to hit Morrison with this, so I want to see if we can get it to Morrison. If we could open. He didn't. Shea Weber didn't pass. Nope, or Klein didn't pass. I now know why Klein didn't pass the puck. The controller briefly disconnected. That was after the horn. Who cares, though? 2 more points for the Nashville Predators. So we respond to a 2-game losing streak by going on a 2-game winning streak, and the losing streak is essentially negated. Oh, Craig Smith is back. That's good news. So we got Craig Smith back in the lineup. You know what? I think what we're going to do is we're just going to swap Morris. We're going to put Craig Smith back in here. So scratch Morrison, yes, and dress Craig Smith. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to scratch Philip Forsberg. So Forsberg scratched. Give me Morrison. He's getting back in the lineup. So Butler, you're coming off the power play. Craig Smith, you're going back on the power play. So Craig Smith back on power play unit number 2 on the point. No, let's not go with Hornquist. Let's go with, we can put Morrison up there. Put Morrison on the power play, or rather, no, Yossi's on that one. Okay. Yeah, we can put Craig Smith right here. Instead of Halishuk, we'll put in Craig Smith. Doesn't really matter too much. Remember, we're still Gabriel Borkless, but he'll come in place of Morrison, so then Morrison might get scratched, or Butler. One of those guys are going to get scratched. Wait, didn't we have that guy who was scratched on this team? Didn't we have that guy that we signed instead of Yip? Or was it Bartley? That's what it was. So Bartley, let's see, roster moves. Yeah, we have Comiskey. So Kyle Comiskey, call up Kyle Comiskey. So we got an injury on D, so Comiskey in for Yip. Bartley will exchange with Yip. No, not Yip. Yeah, Comiskey can come in on defense pair 1. So who's missing? Blum is missing. So typically Blum would be right here where Morrison is. So that's a change. Yip is playing power play 1, but this is going to become Comiskey. 4-man power play is going to be Comiskey here instead. Anywhere else where we would put, yeah, Comiskey here. So anywhere where there's Comiskey is going to become, that's actually supposed to be the injured Blum. So Blum would go anywhere Comiskey is. So Blum here, Blum here, Blum on penalty kill 2. So let's just go through it. So Blum here on power play 1D. On 4-man power play, it would be 1 right here on 4-man power play unit 1 on the right defense. And then on penalty kill 2 on left defense, that would be Blum. 3-man penalty kill number 2 on left defense. I'm looking for anywhere else that says Yip. I don't see anything else. 4 on 4 line 3. I'm just seeing how Comiskey's already been there. Okay, so that's already been done. Extra attacker, all of this is good. So you can only have a max of 18 skaters dressed. So is Yip in the lineup? No, Brandon Yip is not in the lineup. So Yip is not in here. So we need to scratch Brandon Yip, don't we? So Yip, you're getting scratched. Here he is. He's a forward. So once we got the Blum back, and once Blum is back, Comiskey is going to just slide in somewhere here in the lineup, probably where Bartley is. Scratch Bartley out of the lineup. That's what I would do. So the injury bug continues to hit the team. We have now lost. We lost 3 players due to injury. It was Craig Smith. He's come back from injury, but we just lost Blum. So after losing Bork, we also lose Jonathan Blum to an injury. I haven't looked at the extent of the injury to Blum, but this is the way the league shakes out right now. You can see the standings, the East here, and then of course the West. We are inching closer to the lead in the Western Conference. Have anyone scoring goals? Kostitsyn's getting up there in goals. He's trailing the leading scorers in the league, Tavares and Zetterberg, by just 2 goals. Is Rene up there in save percentage yet? I mean, he only... Yeah, we'll look at the extent of the Blum injury. There's a lot of injuries here. Peckham, Pacioretty is gone for 2 to 3 months. My God, can I look at the Pacioretty injury? What did we do to Max Pacioretty? It's under GM options, I think, yes. Can I look at the injury report for all teams? So Blum injured his shoulder. He'll be back November 25th, same day as Gabriel Bork, who's out with an injured elbow. My God. Look at the injury list for these teams. There we go. So Max Pacioretty sprained his MCL, so he's going to be missing a good couple of months before he will return to the roster for the Canadiens. So we've taken him out and done no favors for the Montreal Canadiens, losing one of their best players